pulled up at the Publix, about to get my grocery shopping on, and man, I forgot my damn mask. I always forget this damn mask. But I'm gonna show you what grocery shopping is like after gastric sleeve surgery. Stay tuned. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. So we have completed grocery shopping for the snacks and for like the coffee creamer, which it's not the greatest, but I like coffee, and so I make sure that I at least get sugar-free coffee, coffee creamer that is. And also you saw that I got ice cream. While I do not recommend eating a boatload of ice cream, that ice cream is super low calorie, super low sugar. It just has like sugar alcohols in it. So every once in a while I'll eat a little bit. And you might be asking yourself, well, I didn't see him get any like, rice or like chicken or anything. And that's because like I don't really cook for myself. There's a meal prep company here in town called Afterbody Meals. They make delicious food. And since I don't eat a whole lot, I can essentially afford to just purchase those meals to get me through the week. So that way when I come to the grocery store, all I'm really getting are the snacks that I like to eat. Maybe some things that like I'll have for breakfast, because lunch and dinners, I usually eat an Afterbody meal prepped meal, and they are super delicious. So the one thing you didn't see me get here is my protein powder, which I'm running a little low on. So I'm gonna hop over to the fitness store and get some protein powder. What's up, you guys? So we're back home, and I just wanted to quickly talk about what eating has been like for me after having bariatric surgery. I guess I'm about 7-ish months, maybe 8 months post-op at this point. And for those of you that don't really know me, my highest weight was 420 pounds. I had the surgery at 300 pounds, and I currently weigh 215. So I've gone through a pretty dramatic weight loss, and I've coupled that with clean eating as well as exercise, and so that's kind of how I've got to this point. I really don't know what my goal weight is. My initial goal weight was 240 pounds, but obviously I've passed that, and I still feel like I have further to go. So right now my next major goal is to be at 200 pounds, and so kind of what my eating looks like on a daily basis is I try to get a good amount of protein in. really, if I had to say at a high level, what I've done over the past few years to be successful is don't drink calories. So no sodas, avoid sugary drinks, things that are going to have calories in them. I just avoid them altogether. And then if you're having bariatric surgery, like, you can't have anything carbonated anymore. So that's gone. Like my little, the kids still do that? I don't know. Put in the comments if they're still doing the Millie Rock. I don't know. But so I avoid sugary drinks. I avoid anything that has calories to drink, at least a high amount of calories. And I also try to focus on getting in good quality protein. And if you're somebody that's had or is considering having bariatric surgery, just know that protein is kind of difficult to get in. Everybody's results are different, but for me, my stomach just does not like certain types of proteins that I used to be able to tolerate. For example, ground turkey. I used to love ground turkey, and now I can barely eat any of it before I'm overly full and I want to get it out of me. So I found that lean ground beef works well for me. I found that chicken, as long as it's very I was trying to avoid using the word moist, so we're just gonna say it. If it's moist chicken, if the chicken is moist, then my stomach likes it. If not, if it's dry, my stomach doesn't like it. So I've had to learn some of those things, the different types of proteins that my stomach can tolerate, and also supplementing with a good quality protein powder. You saw in the video, my current favorite is by Axe and Sledge. It's called Farm Fed. Their chocolate milkshake is delicious. I like to mix it with water just because I save some of the calories that way, and also it helps me to get in my water intake. So focusing on those two things alone really helps me. You know, at the beginning, I didn't really know what protein was or what carbs were. And so if you're in the very beginning of your weight loss journey, I'll tell you, don't focus on the gym. Don't focus on like the treadmill and running around. Like, just focus on your food, because I can do a week's worth of damage in 15 minutes with a fork, right? As opposed to running for hours and hours on end on the treadmill. I hate cardio. I hate treadmills. I try to avoid them at all possible costs. So start with the food. And if you don't know what proteins are, YouTube, there's a wealth of information on how you can meal prep, explaining macros and all of that. But at the end of the day, I subscribe to the calories in versus calories out. So what you saw me just grab from the grocery store are really my snacks in between my main meals. Like I said at the beginning of the day, I typically don't have breakfast. I'm not really a breakfast person. I will usually have a protein shake in the morning to try to, get some sustenance in me. And then for lunch, I'll have half of a meal prepped meal, which usually turns out to be somewhere around 200 calories, maybe 3 on the high side. And then for dinner, I'll have roughly the same if I don't go out to eat with people. And maybe I'll have a nighttime snack, and that's what the yogurt and I mix it with granola is for, are for those like snack opportunities in between meals. So when I go to the grocery store, that's really all I personally purchase. I've done meal prepping in the past. There's a ton of easy ways to do it. I'm not saying that you have to get a meal prep company, but if you're somebody that's post bariatric surgery and you're past all of your phases, it makes a lot of sense, because what I would normally spend, I can cut in half, and I literally eat one meal for lunch and the same meal I'll have again for dinner, or I'll do it over the course of 2 days and flip them over, or interchange them. Flip them over. I don't flip them over. Don't do that. That would be messy. But I'll have the one for lunch and then the one for dinner the next day, and so on and so forth. Hopefully you get me. If not, oh well. So that's kind of what it's been like for me. And I woke up today at 215.2. That's the lowest weight that I've ever been, that I can ever remember. So it's working. And so I plan on posting some videos about workouts and the type of training that I like to do. I'm not a cardio junkie, so if you were coming to my channel hoping to see me run on a treadmill, I'm sorry, it's probably not gonna happen. But if you wanted to see me slowly lift some weights and get a little bit of muscle mass, you're in the right place. So just stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I feel super corny asking you to do that, but such is the lay of the land of YouTube. If you have something that you want me to talk about, somebody that's done a pretty drastic transformation. I've lost over 200 pounds. Half of it was natural, half of it was from bariatric surgery. So if you have something that you want me to cover, drop it into the comments. I'll be happy to make a video. I'm always looking for new and fresh ideas, but I really appreciate you guys watching this much of the video. And as always, stay woke, stay blessed, have a wonderful day.